Hello, everybody. Welcome to Waited to Win, and it's very good to have you with us again. Well, we asked you to wait for a Saturday evening because of all of the necessary changes that came about, and we're going to get straight into it. Welcome to, firstly, Darren. You had a good day that at least some bet dead heated. It's not bad at the end of the day. You still get some money out of that.
Yeah, no, it was close call at the line. I wasn't sure if she won or not, but a dead heat's better than nothing. The pick six went out one leg. We had the fields in the right leg with two outsiders arriving, but yeah, very unfortunate there.
Yeah, that was sad. And Daryl, I suppose with all of the postponements and all of that stuff going on, gave you a bit more time, I guess, to study the card.
Yeah, Clyde, more time to look at the card, but more importantly, time for the track to dry out. And yes. Hopefully that's the right call that they made. I'm sure the horses will suit the going more than what they did if they ran today.
Well, there it is. Have a look at that. That's the report, and as far as Scottsville meeting is concerned, where it is at this point in time. It's obviously taken from this afternoon. And, well, there's your pen. Your pen's at inside 27, stand side 26. The false rail is out at 9. And that's the amount of rain that they had there, as you would have noticed, as far as that weather report is concerned. So that's from the 5th of June. That's on that particular slide that I thought I'd share with you guys. And there's another one. I know that with jocks not riding, etc., it would be worth showing our viewers as well with regards to the Scottsville meet. So I can quickly put that up. And I understand it that Charlie Borden being on duty, R1 million pick six carry over to R5 million pool, that it's going to be Apprentice Stratum that's not riding. That's the latest news I got. You got any other changes on that?
Yeah, the majority of the jockey changes are happening in Turffontein, with the feature races happening in KZN. So the grade 1 is preference, and that's why there's a lot of jockey changes at Turffontein's meeting. Just follow them on the day of Sunday, because I'm sure there's more still to be made.
And those are the latest. Available. Thank you. We will do it. And sorry to check. Those are the scratchings we have at this point in time for Scottsville. Not sure if you guys have got anything updated further to that.
That looks the latest, Clyde.
Okay, well, that's the Scottsville meet as far as changes are concerned, which means then, guys, we'll get straight into, if I may, the fourth race, first leg of the pick six. And we can have a look. Carry over pick six. They are anticipating a R5 million pool for this great chances to win on 4 grade 1 sprint sizzlers at Scottsville, the 5th of June. It's champion season. And number 8, Uplifted, is currently trading at 3-1. Number 10, Deputy Marshal, is at 3-1. 1, Noble Nova, is at 9-2. Number 2, Cooper Troop, is at 4-1. And number 7, Royal Mazarin, is at 4-1. So you'll notice there was 4-1 Noble Nova, but it's drifted slightly. I see most of these horses are on the drift. There's not much movement in terms of anything, any attraction for any particular horse. Darren, I'll start with you. First leg of the pick six.
Well, I've narrowed this race down to 2 runners, Cooper Trooper and Deputy Marshal. This filly Cooper Trooper, I think she's crying out for the 2,400-meter trip. In her penultimate start with Anton Marcus, she got caught full wide around the bend, and she couldn't find a finish from that position. Last time out, she also made a very late run to get up for 4th. So I think she's going to show natural improvement over this distance. And the same goes for Deputy Marshal, who went this trip last time out and ran a very good 2nd. So for me, between those 2 runners, and we've thrown Uplifted into the pick 6.
Daryl, you see it any differently?
Yeah, Clyde, I'm a little bit surprised at the way the bidding's been priced up over here. I thought Deputy Marshal would be much shorter than Uplifted and Cooper Trooper. Reason being is there is a line of form through Seattle Beat. Now, Deputy Marshal showed good improvement last time out when he tried a mile and a half for the first time. And in that race, he had Seattle Beat 4.5 lengths behind him. And now if you just switch over to Cooper Trooper and Uplifted, who look to be his biggest dangers, they were beaten by Seattle Beat in their last outing. So on the line through Seattle Beat, he's got them stone cold, and he should be favourite over here. Also on his side, he's going from a 1.5 kg apprentice to Lyle Robertson. And I like the fact that he's drawn out wide, because I'm hoping they don't change tactics, because his later start, where they gave him a chance, was his best performance to date. So I like the fact that he's drawn wide, because I'm sure they're just going to slot him in and let him do his best work at the finish. I think he'll be very hard to beat. And if you're looking for a early bank in the pick 6, take a chance with Deputy Marshall, in my opinion.
Okay, well, that's interesting. So there's a bit of value to be had there about Deputy Marshall at 3-1 as far as MAREE is concerned. As we move on to the Alan Robertson Championship and take a look at the race for the juvenile fillies, where Sheila is currently trading at around 17 to 20. 5 Sound of Warning is at 9 to 2. Number 12 Heaven's Girl is at 6 to 1. And then you've got 7, 8 to 1 about the 6 Super Siri, and 10 to 1 about Under Your Spell and Sky Glitter as well. So those two. And Daryl, I'll come to you. I was chatting to, with a 2-year-old, you don't normally expose their ratings. So I phoned up Matthew Lips, swim at Gravel last week, and I just asked him, give him an idea on, what are the merit ratings look like? And Sheila's the highest 2-year-old rated filly in the country at the moment. I mean, she's at a 107 if you don't know it already. 9 Under Your Spell is a 106. 12 Heaven's Girls are 105. And we're making specific reference to this race. And at the 5 horse in the race, Sound of Warning is currently 100. So based on ratings, remember that's 2-year-olds. So this time of the year, June sprints, you've got to take off 17 pounds to get a net rating off that. So effectively, Sheila's a net 90 based on that. But she's the highest rated at a 107. I'm very impressed to date with the way she's run and won, Daryl. What's your take on her?
I like the way she behaved last time out, Clyde. And she actually hit the front a long way out in the nursery. I think Samanga had to give her a hard ride just to keep her mind on the job, because unlike her debut, she was exposed and in front with 600 meters to go. So maybe she was unsure of what to do. But there is another line of form over here. In that race in the nursery, she had Captain's Run 6 1/4 lengths behind her. And in the Strelitzia, Captain's Run was beaten 2.5 lengths by Sound of Warning. So on a line through Captain's Run, Sheila should have the beating of Sound of Warning. But with regards to Sound of Warning, in my opinion, she showed marked improvement. She really went from a weak maiden field victory to winning very impressively in her next start. She showed very good improvement, and she's certainly going the right way. And I like the fact that she's got track experience, because we've seen many champions come up stuck at the Scottsville course, and she's got the course experience. She'll love the extra half a furlong, the 100 meters. I think she could get closer than what many suspect over here. I think those two are the two to focus on. I think they'll fight it out. So there's not much more I can touch on from our side.
Yeah. Daryl, DARYN, is it a 2-horse race, number 1? And number 2s, I mean, they draw next to each other anyway, Sheila and Sound of Warning. Where's the best going? I mean, Scottsville, does it vary from one meeting to the next? 1 minute you're up the inside, does it matter? Like it does at Turffontein?
With the rain, I'm not too sure where the best going is going to be. But the going could be the best down the middle. This race, with juveniles, you always got to, they can be tricky, as they're not very exposed. But we have narrowed it down to the 2 favorites, Sheila and Sound of Warning. Sound of Warning's won both her starts in the yielding going, so she acts in the soft, which I believe might count in her favor. I would have narrowed this down to them. In the betting, I would have had it around even money Sheila, 3-1 Sound of Warning. That's how I saw the betting. But I see it 7 to 10 and 9 to 2. Sheila won a very good race against the Colts last time. Like Daryl said, she was let loose quite early in the race, and she had to hold them off. But she won a very good race. So, yeah, for me, those 2.
All right, so that's going to be the match race in the Alan Robertson. We go on to the gold medallion, chat about this particular event. And I better take the betting off out of the Alan Robertson for you guys, so you can quickly have a look at the market as to how they are betting for race number 6. Put it up for you now. And you guys can give us an indication as to what you like. Just whilst you're looking at the betting, I just want to give you an indication with regards to ratings. Again, I spoke to Matthew and asked him, what's the story with the top 2-year-olds in terms of ratings? And he says the source 12 Ambiorix is a 102 if you are penciling it in. I think he told me that the 2, I'll stand to be corrected, so please forgive me. Good Traveller is a 101. Silver Salmon's a 96. It's About Time is a 95, I think he said to me. And then, as well as the 9 is a 95. And then the 11, Give Me a Prince, is at 92. I think that's the latest as far as that particular event is concerned, as ratings go. I mean, Give Me a Prince is 22 to 10, 5 to 2. 10 Good Travelers, 9 to 2. 12 Ambiorix is 11 to 2. I see 9, 10 to 1 About Pyromaniac, and I'm not sure where he's rated, so that's interesting. Bard of Avon is at 7 to 1, and then it's 12 to 1 and better about the others. But the interesting thing in it is that from 2-year-olds, the highest 2-year-old rating, taking off 17 pounds, a 102, what does that take you to? An 85, effectively, is the highest rated 2-year-old in the country. Net rating.
Now, Clyde, I'll start with you. I'm going to go out on a limb. I couldn't have been more impressed with the victory of number 11, Give Me a Prince. His victory was mind-blowing to me. It's been many a year since I've seen anything of the sorts. And there is some thought behind giving me more confidence than his actual performance on the track. And that's the fact that Dean Kannemeyer had the chance to run Cosmic Highway over here. Now, Cosmic Highway had the beating of Ambiorix in their last start. I know Ambiorix had some excuses. I think he got left at the start. But ultimately, Cosmic Highway won quite convincingly and easily. And then also behind Good Traveller, I think Cosmic Highway also ran in that race. Now, it's a grade 1. There's no doubt in my mind that Dean Kannemeyer wants to win a grade 1 for Kaya Stables. And who's he going to bring to the course? His strongest, the one that he believes got the strongest chance to lift the trophy for his owner. And he's opted for Give Me a Prince. Now, I like the fact that on debut, they decided to give him a chance. They tucked him in. He did it really professionally. He settled. But at the 600, he was pulling Keegan DeMello's arms out. He was traveling so well. Nothing could go with this horse. If he just had to push the button, he could have won by double digits.
Okay.
That was super, super impressive. Let me touch on the others. Good Traveller. In my opinion, he beat Irfan's Boy in his last start. I don't believe that's grade 1 form. But in saying that, he is unbeaten and might have settled and he could finish his races off as a gelding year. But I don't believe that he's strong enough to win a grade 1. Beating Irfan's Boy. And then Pyromaniac, he shouldn't be winning over the distances he is. He's obviously got some class about him. But in his last start, 5 horses were separated by 2 lengths, including 2 unfancied first-timers. I've got my doubts over his strength of his form lines. And then Ambiorix is held by captains Cosmic Highway, who Dean Kannemeyer trains, and he's opted for Give Me a Prince. I'm going out on a limb over here. I think Give Me a Prince is a future champion sprinter of South Africa.
So you're saying then that the handicappers will get a special surprise if they're 10 pounds under the highest rated 2-year-old. They obviously didn't see what you saw, but we're looking for something special from number 11, Give Me a Prince. Darren, would you agree with that? Did you see the same thing?
Yes, I do.
And where is Cosmic Highway? Just on that note, where is Cosmic Highway, Darren? Any idea?
No idea where he is, but Give Me a Prince was super impressive on debut. He cruised through at the 400. He hit the front one going away, effortless. But there is a jockey in the pack called It's About Time. We saw that form line today, franked by 55er, if I'm not mistaken, winning by over 5 lengths today. He was beaten 4 lengths by It's About Time. The second horse in that last race was Trip of Fortune, who came out to win a very good race next time out. And he's a lovely grey horse with a big stride. And the way he won his maiden at Kenilworth, I think he'll be very competitive here at about 25 to 1. It's About Time. So for me, Give Me a Prince to beat It's About Time, and Pyromaniac, my third choice.
Okay, interesting. So we'll take swingers with It's About Time as well, unless you're looking for it to see the upset as far as that event is concerned. But that is really, really interesting. Okay, well, we move on from there and we go on to the running of the 7th race now and take a look at the market very quickly for our guys and see what that shows you, indication of the betting. And this is the filly sprint where number 4, True to Life, is at 18 to 10. Number 10 on the card, Vernick, is at 9 to 2. 1 Hello Winter Hello is at 7, 8 to 1. And 14 Sweet Future is at 10 or 12 to 1. So I'll come back to Darren. I know you like True to Life, particularly when you have a look at the run and you go back to that good run in the computer form sprint. I think you also gave that a big chance on running to Ria Karari. I know you rated that very highly too, but she seems to have really solid form.
Really solid form against the best of them. Her last run in the computer form sprint, she was not disgraced behind Ria Karari. What I like is the blinkers have come off, and that'll get her to settle just off the pace, and she'll come with a good run. I think she's actually best over the 1200-meter trip. Last year, she ran 4th in this race. I don't think she was near to her best then compared to now, and I think she'll take a lot of beating. Vernici, in her last 5 or 6 starts, have all been over 1,000 meters. The last time she went 1200 was when she won the Alan Robertson Fillies Championship last year. So that's interesting to note. So I think Vernici is going to show good improvement on her last couple of starts. For me, it's between those two. Hello Winter Hello does like the soft going, but at the weights, she can't beat the top 2.
Daryl, you agree? Is it a 2-horse race, True to Life, Vernici, down to those 2, or where are you headed?
Of the confirmed runners at the moment, I definitely believe that, but there could be a joke in the pack in a reserve runner, and that's number 7, Favorita. If she gets a run, I'll certainly throw her into my pick 6 because she was desperately unlucky to lose her last start. And having that course experience, and she's going to strip fitter, she could be the joke in the pack if she does get a run. But the ones that we have to touch on now are certainly True to Life. On rating, she's 7 pounds best in. And like Darren said, she ran 4th in this race last year. And since then, she's obviously matured and she hasn't put a foot wrong. I also like the fact that they've taken the blinkers off her because there is a bit of speed around her with Sing Forever, Sarah, and one other, Winter Smoke. Also likes to stretch them out up front, and she can just settle in behind them, hopefully get a nice toe through. But her biggest danger, no doubt, is Vernici because she's a course specialist. She absolutely, in her penultimate start, was an eye-catching comeback, in my opinion. And last night in the computer form sprint, she should have finished closer to True to Life. She met interference in the latter stages. So having being a course specialist, she certainly is True to Life's biggest danger.
Okay, watch Vernici. And you said Favorita as well if it gets a run. All right, that's the 17, the reserve runner. The 8th race, the Golden Horse Sprint. This is the big one of the day where Vars, they're all massive races, but 4 to 1, 9 to 2 the field, if you like. 2 Vars Vicky, currently top of the boards. 10 MK's Pride is 11 to 2. 11 Casimir, 5, 6 to 1. And 13 Ultra Magnus, 9 at a push, 10 to 1 is currently the latest. And just having a look at what shortened, if anything to do with anything, is there seems to be some interest in those 3 horses in particular, Vars Vicky, MK's Pride, and Casimir. I'll come back to you, Darren. What do you make of it? Tough race, or is there something in here that we can settle with, maybe just a couple to get away with?
Well, I like Vars Vicky. He is my value bet on the card. His last run, Pettigrew did say he just wants to see him running on at the finish, and he ran a good race behind Battle Force. There's a big swing in the weights on that run, and with only 54 kilos, I think he's a maturing 3-year-old. He's still on the up. He's really good on his day, and he also handles the soft conditions. So for me, Vars Vicky's the horse to beat over the other 3-year-old Battle Force. I know he's out at the weights with Vars Vicky on his last start, but he's still very progressive. And with only 52 kilos, I think Battle Force will be right there at the finish. For third, I like MK's Pride. He has no problems with the 1200-meter trip. He gets a little bit run off his feet, but he comes with a storming run. I think he'll be thereabouts. So for me, those 3, but we have gone wider in the pick 6. We're not taking any chances.
Yeah, okay, so 2:16.10 for DARYN. DARYL for you?
Yeah, I think Vos Vicky's prep went according to plan. He met a lot of interference. I think he ran the race that they wanted. It was a very easy prep going into this race, and like Darren touched on the turnaround in the weights, he should really go very close over here. MK's Pride, I like the fact that there's a lot of speed in the race, and one of his most impressive wins to date was when he got some cover. He really ran to the line and he finished that race off well, beating Forever Mine. So he certainly won for the shortlist. And then on Bohica, on previous form lines, I think there's not much separating him and Vos Vicky. I think only a neck or a head, and they meet on same weight turn. So you can't discount his chances. And he improved with the blinkers last time in the computer form sprint. And one really spook I want to touch on, Clyde, is the 15 Ikigai. Now he's been priced up at 40-1. His ratings come down from a 118 to a 111. And on the 13th of March, he's a good couple of kilos better off. I think he's 9 kilograms better off with Vos Vicky for a 4-length beating. And I see Sean Terry has opted to put the blinkers on him. So he's my roughie in the pack, but I think the Joburg contenders will fight this one out.
Okay, so he's a blinker strike. I wanted to ask you, do any of you like his stable companion by any chance? As in Eden Rock?
No, CLYDE, he really, he grows another leg here at Scottsville. He does really well at this course. You can't discount his chances. On his best, he can certainly finish strongly. So he's got a great turn of foot. I wouldn't be shocked to see him win, but I do prefer others. Okay.
So that does seem to be a wide open race from both DARYN and DARYL, as you heard. Not easy, that 8th race, the final leg of the jackpot. The 9th race on the card, let's go to that now and take a look at the market that's up there for you, where Captain of Stealth is currently the favourite in this Pinnacle Stakes. For Ward Marshall had a very good weekend last weekend, and that's at 13-5, 3-1 thereabouts. Number 2, Satch Dev, is currently at 15-4. So what's that, about 7-2, 4-1. 12 Wild Coast is 15-2. And number 1, Williams Land, 17-2, 8-1 about number 9, More Magic. But it's being a Pinnacle Stakes, you've got to look at the weights, and you look at best weighted horses, and you pick up horses like the 2, the 4, the 12, etc. Where does it leave a horse like Captain of Stealth as far as the Pinnacle Stakes is concerned? I mean, runs off a 104 as a 4-year-old, and that's just out of, if you want to call it, the top 4 or 5 rated horses in the event. So let me come to you, Darren. Hard race, but what's your first 3?
Well, the speed's going to be on with Captain of Stealth. Even a horse like Duke d'Orange, he can go handy, and he actually runs his best races when going handy. So I think it's going to play into a horse's hands like Satch Dev, who's coming out fresh over a distance, a bit sharp, but with the speed on, I think he's going to come with a storming finish. He's run second in the Derby, twice beaten by Golden Ducat by under half a length. So he has the class on his side. So my narrow first choice would be Satch Dev. A horse like More Magic, I think he's going to improve from his last run, his first run in Durban. He'll be running at them late. And Cat Daddy, you can't ignore, but he's drawn wide. We have gone very wide here in the pick 6. But for me, Satch Dev, a narrow first selection.
Okay, Daryl, you final leg of the pick 6?
Yeah, Clyde, a swirler. You want to, if you're still surviving at this stage, you'd like to have as many as possible going into the last leg. Okay. You can give several with chances of, I just want to touch on More Magic. I thought his run in the province over 7 furlongs on the poly was far too quick for him. And he'll strip fitter, and he's very competitive of his current rating. I think he'll run a much more forward race, and I'm hoping he can finish in the money.
Yeah, I see there's been a bit of movement for him from 10s into 8-1 for More Magic. So maybe look out for that. But you guys agree, tough race, right?
Very tough.
All right,
Captain
that
of
takes.
Stealth,
Sorry, carry on.
Captain of Stealth, he has a tendency to over-race. If he manages to settle up front and reserve a little bit of energy for the finish, he'll probably give you a great run for your money because he's going to be up there and he's fit. So, but he needs to settle in running, Clyde. And we've gone wide in this leg, so we are trying to look for a result.
Okay, we're going to have a quick look at the Turffontein meeting now, just take you through some of what I see as far as the changes are concerned. No rainfall about. Last 7 days, I see they show their 6.5 mils. The penetrometer is going to be 20, and then you've got a 4-meter spur there at the 700-meter mark on the Turffontein track. So that's just with regards to those changes. Just to have a look at other changes, if I may bring those up for you for the Turffontein race meeting on Sunday, and just have a look so you guys can take a note of the scratchings. The race 4, number 2, Wiley Wench, and race 6, number 5, Look Yourself. I did, by the way, speak to Paul Peter, and when I asked him, he said he might be taking the Horse Way of the World out. I think that runs in the 4th race. Am I right? Have we got that correct? Yeah, race 4, number 4 might be a scratching, but just wait and follow that. But that's just a heads up. Look out. It might not be running. Those are the scratchings we got from you from the Turffontein meet at this point in time. And then as far as jockeys are concerned, as you quite rightly indicated, more of the action with jockeys not riding is certainly going to be at Turffontein. And who are they exactly? And we can put that up for everybody just to have a look at as to who's not riding. We're not going to take you through all of the card changes. We'll be here forever. But the not riding guy, just note your new race times. There they are over there if you want to just note them. The jockeys that are not riding, I see Gabby Somers in charge tomorrow as the duty officer. Not riding, Warren Kennedy, Muzi Yeni, Samanga Kamala, Gavin Larina, Manga, Danielson, Ferraris, Habib, Hewitson, Zaki, Mojan, Simons. They're all in Natal, of course, on Sunday, so they won't be able to ride. I see that Nathan Click and Cabello Matsignani are now qualified jockeys. Did you know that, Daryl?
I read it earlier, so yes, I did know. But good luck to them. Good luck to them in their careers going forward.
Absolutely. They need all the luck that they can get. It's tough, but talented guys they are. I thought I'd put the second race betting up, Darren, from a bipot perspective, just to talk about it quickly. So I see number 10, Mufasa, 16-10, 11 specially selected, 18-10, and then the 8, Kuma's 11-2. You know anything about this horse, Mufasa? I didn't go in, when it comes to first timers and chatting to trainers, it's a tendency of, I'd rather, what do you ask for well-being? I don't want to get involved with those. What we do want to know about when I ask trainers any questions, and when you guys pick the horses out for me and say, listen, we like this, find out about that. But Mufasa, specially selected number 11 from the Michael Aziz stable. That's basically the way Darren, the market's dominating as far as the second race is concerned.
Yes, for sure. Mufasa, I see there is money for him into 16-10. I'm not sure what price he opened, but he's got a lovely pedigree, a speedy pedigree, and could win on debut. So we have actually gone 8, 10, and 11 in the bipot. The best of the racehorses being the 11, but he only ran a couple of days ago, so I'm not too sure how he's pulled up, and we'll see.
Okay, well, that's Daryl. Anything from your side on that? Sorry, I should have put up race 1 bipot betting. Daryl, anything from your side, race 2 that you know about or like? Or
the 11's been fitted with blinkers the first time, and the 8's having his first run as a gelding. The 10, you have to follow the betting closer to race time.
Okay. From a time perspective, I think we might have to just move on. So what I'll do is I'll just keep showing the betting that I have for you as far as the Turffontein meet is concerned. If there's something that you guys want to perhaps point out, please do so. But this is the third race market. And as far as that is concerned, we've got 2 Don't Look Back, who's at even money, 4 Nachi, 16-10, and 3 out of your league is at 11-2. First choices from either of you. Darren, start with you.
First choice, Nachi. I think he's crying out for the trip.
Daryl?
Yeah, Nachi, if he sees out the trip and he's pulled up well because he's been backed up quite soon over here, If he sees out the trip, he could be the one to be with over here, but we've gone 4 in the pick 6. One that doesn't reflect over that there in Sunshine Silk.
Give a horse like the Vine Odyssey a chance, by any chance, in the Pinnacle Stakes? 8-1?
We've played to beat him, Clyde.
Okay. All right, that's that particular event. The third will take you now to race number 4 on the card, and have a look at the markets over here for everybody. Opening leg of the jackpot, and this is where number 4, Way of the World, is at 16-10, but I believe might be out. So there's going to be a complete a shift in the market if that is the case. But wait for that to come through. If it does, Paul will decide. 8 Guy and Glory 5-2, 1 Cent by Destiny is 7-1, 7 Spice Market 9-1, and 5 Cordillera is at 10-1. How would you now play it, Daryl?
Clyde, Cordillera's back on the standside track. She loves this course. I think she represents the value in the race. Guy and Glory, they expected a good run from her, having her debut for the stable last time out, and she did run a cracker. So if I had to narrow it down to 2, it would be between the 2 of them, 5 and 8.
And for you, Darren?
For me, Guy and Glory back to the 1400-meter trip with only 52 kilos the horse to beat. But I think we're running out of time, so we better get on with the rest of the card.
Okay. So we're going to be in trouble. All right. That was race
5
number.
minutes remaining, I think.
Have we? Okay. That was race number 5 we had up, right?
That's race 4 we had up. So we're going on to
let's get to race
5.
number 5 and put that up for everybody. They can have a look at the market and just quickly show it to you. And then you guys can see as far as that goes. Smorgasbord 4-10. Spoke to Paul, hard to beat, likes it very well. That's the why you guys asked me. You know, that's one of your best bets, one of you anyway, if not both of you. Very hard to beat. Highest rated in the country. When I spoke to Matthew, he said his rating was 110. Smorgasbord. That's the merit rating that I got from him. So that's the highest 2-year-old in the country. 4 Rain in Holland 5-2. I take it there's not much more to add to that, is there?
You should take some beating, Clyde, yes.
Okay, race number 6, just to show you the betting there quickly as well. See what the guys have got priced up for you from Interbet. 9-10, about 7 Desert Miracle. A Desert Miracle hard to beat, gents?
Very hard to beat. I think she's going to relish the step up in trip. So banker for me.
Daryl, the same with you?
Yeah, very impressive last run. Clyde, if there is a danger, follow me. She's crying out for the bench. She'll run a much better race.
Follow me, eh? Might have to be added in.
We've thrown her in, but the favorite is the one to beat.
Okay, the feature on the card after Smorgasbord wins. Otherwise, watch out for Daryl's danger. Express from the US 7-2, 4 Shango 4-1, 3 Chimes 9-2, and 8 Bingo 9-2, 2 Running Brave 7-1, and then 10-1 and better about the others. A Vodacom Durban July prep run, particularly Express from the US. Much of a muchness, I think, in a race like this. Is it open?
We're going the field in the pick 6, so yes, it is open.
Okay. Daryl, same for you?
We've got the field. One that could feature over here, Johnny Hero. He's run crackers with the blinkers, or 52. He could be a nice each-way bet.
Okay, what number is that?
The 10.
The 10. Okay, so we'll add the 10. If you get, as you say, add the 10, put it in. It's one of the outsiders, and it's a field pick 6 that you believe. 8th race, Lady of Steel, number 6 on the card is 18-10. Lady of Steel, big on her, Darren?
Very big on her. We have gone wider in the pick 6, but with the blinkers and the 1400, I think are very hard horse to beat.
Okay, Daryl, for you?
Yeah, on her best form, she's weighted to win as well. She should be the one to beat. Rivers Town, I like the look at it, of him. He's back over 7 furlongs. I think that's his optimum trip.
Okay. All right, sorry we had to rush through. That's what happens with a double header, but we have got that for you. And then as far as our tips are concerned for the rest of the meeting, we can take those through quickly and go through what we can put up for you from the PowerPoint that we would normally share with everybody, and we'll do that right now. Let's go through it. So in this particular order, This is what we've got for everybody. You can have a look. A buy pot from Scottsville. There it is. You can snapshot it. 2 by 4, 6, 7, by 2 and 10, by 4 and 5, by 6 and 11, by 4 and 10. That's the buy pot. Sunday, Scottsville, 48 Rand is what it will cost you. As far as the next meet is concerned, the next bet, the pick 6, is a 2,304 Rand per. And you'll notice we haven't got any bankers there, although we've gone in the main features, the main decks, we've gone narrow. So race 4, race 5, race 6, race 7, race 8, and race 9. So we've narrowed the first half, 3/4 of the pick 6, and we're looking for, if we can get through that, we're looking for big results in the last 2 legs. If I may, the Turffontein buy pot, that will cost you 288 Rand. That's what the Turffontein buy pot looks like. Tough perm, but we have got a banker in there, and we're going light at the back. We do believe we can get through with the Turffontein buy pot Sunday. Here's the pick 6. Obviously, the natural banker is that 2-horse smorgasbord, as you can see. And then we've got, as you can see, cover up wherever else we can. You heard about DARYL's, that he mentioned the danger in that particular leg after smorgasbord. And then I'll hand over to the guys quickly. They can just take us through. Darren, your play of the day for Sunday.
Yes, my play of the day, Sunday, Scottsville, my best bet on the card, True to Life. I think she'll take a lot of beating. My value bet, Vars Vicky. I do like a bit of Battle Force in the same race, so play around those. Turffontein, the best bet, very strong selection, Smorgasbord and Desert Miracle.
Odds-ons, okay. Nice bet, nice value, get into both. Maybe we could take the doubles, trebles, and the whole and the quad as well. Daryl, sorry.
Yeah, Clyde, my best bet. Give me a Prince. I'm putting my reputation on line over here. If he gets beat, I'll be going missing for a month. So we'll have to find another. Yeah,
Got a good price.
I'm very confident.
All right, good.
Confident.
I'm glad you guys are bullish. Watch us on Friday nights. Thanks very much. It's normally Friday nights. Watch us and join us. We trust that you'll enjoy our show. Keep it all together. It's all about weighted to win, and we hope that you're all going to have a pleasant evening and a pleasant weekend. Thank you very much, Darren. Thanks for the time. Thanks for the delay, and wish you all well for Sunday.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.